To get national streaming sports on Roku TV, channel search National Streaming Sports, tap on our logo. On laptop, tablet, or mobile phone, download the free Roku app, channel search, tap on our logo. For smart TV, order the Roku device from the Roku store, hook it up to your TV, channel search National Streaming Sports, and tap on the logo. Seconds is that? 29.
No. Nope. No. Hold on. We're getting no. 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 Browser. We can do. All right, we can do this. Maybe we can do this. Go to plan A. We can go to plan B. Plan A don't work. We go to plan B.
Conn, can you hear me?
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Wave Network and Sports Corner with the Conn Man. This afternoon with me, I have a very special guest. He goes by the name of Joaquin Santos. How you doing, my brother?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but and what comes with old age is dementia and things of that nature. Folks, let me tell you something about my man right here. He is highly regarded, one of the best drummers in the country. And, I'm here to give you your flowers, my brother, number one.
Thank you,
Number
man.
one.
I appreciate
Number
it.
one. Now, for those folks who do not know anything about you, can you let the viewers know, let's go back a little bit of ways. Your family and I go back since the 70s, your dad, of course, and your aunt Kathy and all that. But can you let the viewers know a little bit about your background and where you're at today?
Right now, I mean, we're going back in time. I come from a musical family, as you know. My dad, Jackie Santos, who's an amazing musician as well. Um, I started drums late, actually, when I was about 23. I mean, I played when I was a little kid, but then I got into karate and playing baseball and football and basketball, so I got away from music. But then I really didn't stop being a professional until I was about 23 years old. So since then, I worked on a practice regimen, practicing like 8 hours a day when I first started playing, and then I got into my first band, and then it was all she wrote after that. I started traveling and touring with my friend Devin Lima from LFO, the boy band. He's actually from this area. He passed away a few years back, but that's why I, really first started, traveling and touring and doing all that. And then after that, I did some summer courses at Berkeley, the summer program at Berkeley, and then I got with some great musicians and played with them, and ever since then, just building my resume. I have my own CD. It's the Dope Lotus. It's on Apple Music. It's on YouTube. It's on every major platform. I'm also the drummer for Tavares, so I'm doing gigs with them, and my own band and playing with Wally Ali, a bunch of different musicians. Man, it's been an honor to play with some of the guys that I've played with. But just trying to reach that pedigree of my dad. I mean, he set the tone. He sets the tone.
I want to interject on that. What was it like? Your father is like legendary. What, if any, pressures did you feel trying to become a drummer like your dad? Was there any pressure, or was it just pressure that you put upon yourself? And then, what do you think that maybe people who went to see you, did they expect you to be like your dad, which you are, by the way? Did they expect to be like your dad, or you let me know. What do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't say anybody put pressure on me. I was just like my own internal pressure to try to reach that pedigree, and because I want to be like myself too, be my own musician. You know what I'm saying? But I always say to my students that it's tough to go through life without looking up to somebody. They say I want to be like that. So that person was my dad. So I mean, it's tough going through life without a mentor or someone to look up to. So that's the key, man. Finding somebody that you can look up to and say, man, I really want to be like that. So that's what I continue to strive for is to reach that. So it just keeps me motivated. And now I have a son, so it even he's 7 months old now.
Yeah.
Now that's kicks it into high gear. So I would say, yeah, it's I put pressure within myself, but positive energy, not anything negative.
What was the best advice your dad gave you when you told him, "Hey, Dad, I want to take up the drums. I want to be like you." What advice did he give you?
Well, you gotta practice a lot, and he told me things like isolate your practicing. Don't just go down there and just bang on the drums. Have like a strategy. 30 minutes of pad work, an hour of working on songs. Practice reading music. So isolate your practicing. And the most important thing is you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not a nice person, no one's gonna want to be around you. So character is more important than talent. So those are some of the many things that he instilled into me.
Yeah. Yeah. We know your dad. We know. We already know. He'll be coming on my show hopefully very soon as well. Now, what were or who were? Matter of fact, yeah, because I have no script. I go right off the top of my head.
Mhm.
Now, you just went by and just mentioned the Tavaz.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't think the viewers know what that meant. Your dad played with the Tavaz for so many years. And back then, folks, in the 70s, the Tavaz were that. I mean, they were upper echelon Emmy Award, Grammy Award. I mean, the whole nine. And what was it like growing up as a kid, listening to your dad play with the Tavaz?
Oh, it was amazing. I remember.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I remember going to the rehearsals. I mean, some of the guys told me stories about me being at the rehearsals when I was a little kid.
Uh-huh.
So that that's a great feeling. But yeah, I mean, growing up around it, it was amazing. I mean, it's great. Those guys are, great mentors to me.
And then again, you're not giving yourself enough praise. You end up playing drums for the Tavaz.
Mhm.
That is unheard of. What was
Yeah,
that like?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, I went to South America with them and played at the Movie Star Arena a few years back. I've done theater shows with them, and we just had a show in New York in December. We played uh, right in Manhattan. We did a big show over there, so it's been amazing. It's just it's great. It's so great to have that on my resume, But on the other hand, I'm trying to make my own mark too, So that's the key as well.
But you know something? Like you said, character sometimes is more important than actual talent. And I'm old as dirt, and I have never heard anything negative about you ever. I mean,
Mm.
you are well respected, well liked, and you're not like that. But I mean, the experiences you have had, a lot of people haven't had, and you could be kind of a little bit more. I won't say cocky, but you could be confident and know that you you and your dad have done some things that a lot of people would treasure and admire. Um, what would you say would be the legacy that your dad has left or not left? He's still doing it, but I mean, what do you think? Because I know when I was growing up, I mean, there weren't that many drummers, especially that I knew about that I really paid attention to
Mhm.
until your dad came into the scene, and then we all knew, and then we admired and respected him. But he
Mhm.
was just one of us. He just had um, incredible amount of talent. But I
Yeah.
mean, but other than that, he's just one of us. I mean, just a down to earth person. And of course, you are the same way.
Mhm.
Um, I just went here. I'm here to get something. I don't want to talk. I'm here to give you your flowers, bro. I want you to let the viewers know anything you want to talk about, your experiences. We're going to talk about your upcoming show, what we got going on. But
Mhm.
who else inspired you when you was growing up, as far as musically? Who else inspired you?
Oh man, there's so many
Uh-huh.
musicians that I mean, I say Frank Wilkins too. I know you know Frank Wilkins, right?
Mhm.
Frank is one of my greatest mentors, man. I started playing with him, and those guys from Boston when I was young, and they kind of, they taught me the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my dad being the number one guy doing that, but playing with those guys really opened my eyes up. So Frank Wilkins, I mean, Wally Ali, great too. He's a great mentor to me, and we still play together. Uh, Guys like Jeff Lockhart, incredible guitar player that teaches at Berkeley. And there's been so many, man. Like the guys I play with now, like Pat Loomis, like they're all great musicians and great mentors to me. It's an honor to play with those guys. That's why I always, I'm definitely confident and I know what I can do, but I do my best to stay humble and not let my ego get ahead of me because the ego's the number one man's downfall. So I just try to always keep myself in check and always be a student. Always be
Exactly.
always have a studious mindset. When you think you
That's
know
right.
everything, that's when you start backsliding.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the key. That's what I try to teach my students, is
Okay.
obviously work on your talent, but work on your character, become a great human being, man, because that's what people are gonna really respect you. You know?
That's so true. And that again, you mentioned Wally Ali, a phenomenal, outstanding Motown legend. He was on my show, and then you mentioned Pat Loomis. I
Yeah.
mean, you're talking about the best of the best. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
for you to be able to perform with them, you know, is outstanding. And also, they're both again great people. You know what I mean? They're both great individuals.
Mhm.
And like you said, you surround yourself with people who have good character, and they're
Mhm.
good people. You know what I mean? Again, I don't want to be asking you tons of questions because I'm here to give you your flowers, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm first of all, I want to thank you for coming on my show as well. But
No
is
problem.
there anything that you want to? I know we're stressed for a little bit of time because you got things you got to attend to. We know, but is there any? But is there anything you want the viewers to know? Anything you know besides before we get to what's upcoming? Is there anything you want the viewers to know about? Um, I guess where you have performed. You said you was overseas, and one time you played in New York. Where
I'm
else have
sorry.
you played?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Because someone was just calling me. I'm
Sure,
sorry.
sure. Hey, my phone rang too. That's what happens. You know what I mean? We got to go with the flow. It happens. You know, it happens. So I was just trying to point out where else have you played? And what were the other musicians you played with besides Wally Ali and Pat
Oh, I
Loomis?
mean, yeah. So I say Frank Wilkins, Wally Ali, Pat Loomis, all the guys from Tavares. I play with some younger cats that are killing too. I'm in a wedding band too. That's incredible wedding band with Marcus Tavares, Brent Tavares. So all Tiny's sons, both of his sons are in the wedding band I'm in. We've been killing it, man, playing these big old weddings. And then a vocalist from The Voice, Emily Luther, who's amazing vocalist and leader. So I've been gigging with them a lot, and the musicians in that band are incredible, man. Jason Johnson on keys, Sterling on bass, amazing female bass player that goes to Berkeley right now. So there's a list of people. Who else? All the faculty at Berkeley. I play with all the faculty at Berkeley. I also teach there in the summertime. So I mean, there's so many. I've played and taught with Brian McKnight's musical director Chris Laughlin. I mean,
Wow.
if I really think about it, there's a list of guys, man, that I play with that do some big things. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question that come through my mind. Okay, we know you're a phenomenal drummer. Maybe because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna play like I don't know what's going on. Is there a certain type of music that suits you better? Now, can you adjust to any type of music? I mean, I'm not a drummer, so I don't know how that goes. What's the protocol or the process? You
I
know, is
mean,
it country music, like rap? How do you handle that?
I mean, there's some guys that are purists of one style. I would call myself an overall purist, meaning like I'm versatile. I can play all styles of music. If you put me in a jazz setting, I become a jazz drummer. You put me R&B, funk, I'm gonna become that. Rock and roll, all the styles. I feel I have the technique and the ability to adapt to any style of music. But where my heart is R&B and funk. You
And
know?
know something? You put out a post, and I reposted it. You want a drum solo that was phenomenal.
Mhm.
It was phenomenal. I mean, you are absolutely unbelievable, man. And I wish you nothing but the success with you. You're gonna go
And
there as
guess what, man? You're unbelievable
well.
as well.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. But I mean, I'm honored to be having the people in my life that I could look up to, like your dad and so many people here in this area, the elders who will contribute, whether it be sports, music, boxers. We have great boxers. We have great athletes, and I had great role models to look up to that benefited me, and so I give them their props as well. But again, this is about you. This ain't about me. This is about you. Is there anything maybe that you want to bring out? Maybe something because this is after all, I'm giving you your flowers. So What is it that you might want to let the viewers know? Maybe somebody who might want to become a drummer, or maybe somebody's is a drummer, but they don't know where to go next, what to do next. And
I could say it's definitely a tough business. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like back in the 70s and 80s. It's different nowadays. But
mhm.
my advice for kids that want to be musicians, hone in on your skills. Even if you have natural ability, some guys think because they have natural ability they don't need to practice, but you still need to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm gonna continue to go back to this. You got to work on being a good human being as well as your talent. And it's so important because, like I said, there's a lot of talented guys out there, but no one wants to work with them because they're just not nice people. So I would say have other things you can do too. Have multiple streams of income. Don't just focus on the music. Be a producer, be a teacher, teach kids. Write your own music. Play with some musicians that are on the same mindset as you. Because if you have one bad apple, it's gonna mess up the whole bunch. So
True.
get together with guys that are on the same mindset as you, and then start writing together and being creative together. And that's such a great feeling, is being creative, because I have my own CD, and that whole process was so amazing. The guy that produced my CD, Yuki, who's in my band, is amazing musician that teaches at Berkeley and travels all over the world. He does a lot. He does a lot of jingles, commercials and stuff. He's playing bass on my CD. He's playing keys, and he produced it. I have on my CD. I have Matt Antunes on my CD, who's a great musician.
Ah,
Well,
okay.
Matt is my dearest friend, man. I love him. I love him to death. Great musician, great person. Quinn Sullivan's playing on my CD too, who's a big time guitar player right now, traveling all over the world. I got a singer, Jason Shorter from Boston, who's killing singer, singing on my CD. So there's a boatload of musicians on my CD that that are really recognizable. But yeah, I would say, as a young guy, have multiple streams of income. Don't just focus. Don't put your eggs in one basket. That's the saying.
I hear you. Now, you keep talking about this CD. Let's talk about your CD and how can people get a hold of it? You know, pump it up, man. Let's get it going, man.
Yeah.
I want people to, because once they watch this, they're gonna see what type of person you are, and they're gonna gravitate towards you, and they want to see what you can do. They're probably gonna check out how they can be able to check your phenomenal talent.
Just go. You can go on Spotify. You can get my CD on Spotify. It's called The Dope Lotus. I'll read down all the songs. There's a song called Shining Light. Great song. Evan Cole, who's an amazing singer, a Berkeley alum, wrote the lyrical content on the music, on the song. And then we wrote the parts for the rhythm section. And then Jason Shorter is singing on it. He's singing "I'm So Into," which is a great song. It's like it sounds like a Prince tune. So
Ooh, okay.
just go on Spotify, check it out. It's called The Dope Lotus. It's like 7 or 8 songs. I'm doing a solo on there as well. Some good R&B music. Check it out. It's really nice.
Now, did you collaborate with your dad at all, putting together the CD?
No. We talked about it, but we didn't really collaborate on the music. But my dad and I are going to be doing something big very soon. Him and I are going to be on stage together. So
That's gonna be incredible.
yeah,
You
we're
better
gonna
let me know about that.
yeah, we'll get an interview before that happens with you. You know what I'm saying? We'll do something.
I hope so. I hope so. Because I love both of you guys. Um, you know, you got a big event coming up, don't
Yes.
you? Can you talk about that?
I'm doing the Cape Verdean Recognition Gala, the 14th gala. I think it's 50 years of independence. It's a really nice function for the Cape Verdean
Mhm.
community, well, for anybody. But
Right.
they're honoring Buddy Montero. So for that show, I'm featuring a singer from Boston, Simply Whitney. He's a great singer and great entertainer. I have Wes Worth on bass, who's a Boston-based great bass player. I have David Tellis on guitar, who's the guitar player for Tavares as well. Uh, I have James O'Toole from Providence, who great musician from Providence who plays with everybody as well. And then I have a great sax player, seventh son. His name's Craig, but he goes by seventh son. He's a great sax player. He's a Berkeley alum as well. So I'm featuring a great band, and they have a Cape Verdean band as well. So, get your tickets now. It's going to be a great event.
Now, where's this event being held? Because we do have local people, although the show's seen all over the country. We do have some local people as well. How could they get tickets?
Well, let me tell you about where the event is first. It's at the Seaport and Marina in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, and the event is from 3 to 7. So that's the Seaport Marina Inn in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, from 3 to 7. Let me look at. I'm trying to think where you can get the tickets. It's online. So, if you go on my Facebook page, Joaquin Santos, and look at the flyer, it should say right on the flyer where to get the tickets.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you can get them at the event. You can go to the event and get them right at the door if you want. And it also says at the flyer where to get the tickets. So my best bet would be just show up and get you can get tickets at the door.
Right. I think that's going to be an outstanding event, man. That's great. And you're honoring a great person, Buddy Montero. Folks, Buddy Montero, man, he was what I guess you can call him one of the pioneers. I know when I was growing up, he was a great musician as well as a songwriter. People don't know that. But he was a great individual who passed away not too long ago, recently. And they're doing something in honor. And also, there is another one. Do I get it right? Buddy.
Actually, you can also get tickets at Celia's Boutique as well.
Yes. Folks, let me tell you about Celia's Boutique. She is off the hook. I mean, everybody goes to her to have her sell tickets. She has one of the best boutiques in the city, and she's a great person. She does a lot of things for a lot of people as far as having the tickets and helping out with getting the venues, and she does so many great things as well. But also, I think I might have the wrong Buddy. The Buddy, okay, I know Buddy. Buddy, folks, for be quick. Buddy was a civil rights activist in the city of New Bedford. He has done so many things with helping people with housing, and I mean he was just one of them guys, man. You know what I mean? He would fight for us, and he was an outstanding individual. And I'm glad he's getting recognized because he went to war with us, and he's just a great individual. I'm glad he's getting recognized as well. And so we got about a few minutes because I know you got to go. And which I want to thank you for coming on my show. And I'm happy that you and your dad will come on before you guys do that big show. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything you want to bring up? Anything maybe I didn't bring up? Hey, Mike didn't ask me that. Maybe Mike should, or maybe I should have brought this up.
No, I think we covered everything. I mean, my mindset now is, my son and, really guiding young musicians. That's like a strong focus for me right now, doing things like that, guiding young musicians. That's like, because I want to be an educator as well as a musician. It's very important to me to educate kids as well, musically, in life in general,
Well, you come from great stock, and seems like y'all doing the same thing. And I think these kids should be very thankful to have you in their lives because you are a great role model. And so many hard times we're faced with now with all the craziness and all that. It's good to have good role models that are out there looking for you, and you can look up to someone else as well. And I do appreciate you. And if you wanted to give a shout out to anybody, is there anybody that you might want to give a shout out to who'll be watching this? Don't forget nobody.
I want to say, watch out for my son Maxwell Santos. He's going to be the next big drummer to come out of here.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you know why? Because he has me and my dad to teach him.
And you can't get any better than that. So you already know. I mean, your dad probably taught you things that maybe he didn't know or helped you learn, and you and form are going to do that to your son, Maxwell, and all that. So I mean, that is a legacy that's going to keep going on and on and on. You know,
Right.
and that's a great thing. Now, will you be performing with Tavares anytime soon?
There's nothing right now on the books. I'm waiting. I'm actually waiting for the schedule. I'm waiting for the manager to send me the schedule, but nothing right now. We just did a gig in New York in December, so I'm sure there'll be some stuff in the summer or maybe the fall. Right now, but right now the focus is my band, um, the Dope Lotus, and I'm doing a function as well on July 4th at the Greasy Luck and All White event where I'm gonna have my band. I'm featuring Matt Antunes and a few other great musicians. So that's
Oh, I
coming up
know about
July
that
4th.
one. I'll be at that one. I think
Yeah,
I'll be on that one. I think I'll be there for that.
yeah.
You
I'll
know what I
I'll
mean?
have tickets for that soon, and that will be held at the Vault in New Bedford, Massachusetts. That's July 4th.
July 4th, which is the day before Cape Verde Independence Day. So that's going to be one crazy weekend. We
Yep.
already know how that's going to be.
That one,
But
and I have something coming up at the New Bedford Whaling Museum. That's going to be Friday, June 5th, I think. That's Friday, June 5th at the Whaling Museum. I'm doing a jazz show over there, so I got some good stuff coming up. Just look at my page or my Instagram, and you'll see what's going on with my music.
you know, is there anything left that you want to say? Because first of all, again, I'm really giving you your flowers, my brother. And
Yeah.
you know, you and your dad are very special people to me as well. I've seen you perform from afar, and I was blown away. You know what I mean? Yeah, I done seen your dad 100 times already. But I mean, seeing you it was a great time. I mean, I see the similarities. I
Yeah.
just see it's incredible. It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. All I can do is again thank you for coming on my show. It's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege, I think.
Mhm.
And I think you're gonna go. You're already going far. I think you're gonna go very far in
And
this music
I,
business.
I think I
Good.
think I think God's just getting going with me. Is a lot more coming with me and my musical journey. You
Well,
know.
you know, you have an open invitation to come on anytime you want. Anything you got coming up, just hit your boy up. I got you. Again, I love you guys. I'm so proud of what you're doing, and you know, best believe you're setting this example for a lot of people, and I'm sure that a lot of people locally will be tuning into the show, and they're gonna be proud of you as well. You know, as well as I am, of course. So again, I
Yes.
know you got some things to attend to, so I don't want to take up too much more of your time. But again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on my show. It's been a privilege. And again,
No,
I
thank
just
you,
hope the
man.
best
Thank
for
you,
you.
and thank you for your show, man. I mean, you're great at what you do, and you give us a chance to talk about our story. So that's amazing, man. So you're doing something great as well. So we love you as well.
Thank you, my friend. Uh, again, again, I want to thank you for coming on my show. It's been a blast. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times I'm thinking things I want to say, but it's hard for me to get because I get kind of emotional. So
Yeah,
I gotta chill. I
it's
gotta
all
chill.
it's all good, man. It's like a conversation. That's all it is. You and I.
That's all it is, my brother. That's all it is. So again, I want to thank you for coming on my show, my brother. I'll let you go handle your business. But thank you again. Folks, let folks know again, how can they check you out?
So April 20th, a nice event at the Seaport Inn in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, from 3 to 7. You can get tickets at the door or at Celia's Boutique. That's my next show. Check that out. I have some great musicians on that show. There's also a Cape Verdean band playing, and we're honoring a great man from New Bedford that did a lot for the city. Come check it out. It's April 20th on Easter. Don't miss it.
And also, how can they get in touch with you via if they want to get a hold of you?
Yeah, via Facebook, Joaquin Santos 56, and then my Instagram, Jackie Drums. All my flyers and my shows are on my social media. So check that out. I have a lot of stuff coming up. All white event July 4th. a jazz function at the New Bedford Whaling Museum, and many more shows to come as I'm working on some right now. So come check me out. That feel good music, show up.
And you know something? You sound just like your dad. I feel like I'm talking to your dad. Lord have mercy. Again, Joaquin, thank you for coming on my show, my brother. Peace. God bless. I'll be seeing you soon.
Love
Thanks
you,
for
brother,
coming.
and I'll spread the word about you and your show, man. We have to help each other. That's what it's about. Let's help
That's
each
what it's
other.
all about, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
You have a
sir.
good day. Peace.
Peace.
Folks, you know what? I am so blessed to be able to have a show like this, to recognize other people and Joaquin and his dad. His dad played with still I guess plays with the Tavares as a drummer. And growing up, we didn't really have a lot of. I mean, we had a lot of great musicians, but with the Tavares being Grammy Award winners and all over the world, Soul Train. We didn't really get to see a lot of that until the Tavares came in and then exploded everywhere. And Joaquin's father, Jackie, was one of the drummers. And he was a fantastic drummer. And the sun don't fall too far from the tree. Was on it. As you guys can see, he's just a dynamite person. And what you see is what you get. He's low key, and like I said, everybody that I come across has utmost respect for his talent, and probably even more respect for the way he conducts himself, his character, just like his dad. What am I going to say? He's just like his dad. You know what I mean? And so I hope you guys, if you guys want to find out more about him, as he told you how to get in touch with him. I think he's something special for real. But anyway, folks, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter version. He's got a 7-month old son, so he got to go attend to that as well. I'm going to be on for about a couple of minutes just to let you know what I got coming up. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I try to get a lot of guests on my show, whether it be through sports or entertainment. And, the network has allowed me the platform to be able to do that. So I my love for music as well. And sometimes, I'm always trying to get the guests to come on my show. No one's ever told me no. Some just don't respond. But I don't like to hear myself talk too much. So I'm better at having guests and giving them their flowers and recognizing others. But all I can tell you guys before I go, April 25th. Sometimes you do this long enough and you get lucky, or you get I don't know. I've been honored and privileged to have some very outstanding, well-known guests, like well-known all over the country. Sports field as well as the entertainment. And of course, I've had Chubby Tavares and Tony Tavares and Victor Tavares and Chops Turner and Candida Rose and Kim Tavares, and the list goes on and on and on and on, which is more locally. And I'm honored to be able to recognize them on this platform, on my show. People say, why are you having entertainers on? It's a sports show. But I kind of want to diversify and have not only sports, but entertainment, because they intertwine. If you notice, athletes love to go to music concerts, and musicians like to go to sporting events. So they kind of intertwine, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I do as well. But again, on April 25th, I was scrolling through Facebook, and then I heard this voice, and I said, wow. I said, wow. And I heard that voice. And you know something? There's so many great, outstanding singers or great athletes. I'll compare it to whatever you want, athletes, whatever. But then there are those that have, I'm going to call it. So when someone asks me to describe the person I'm going to describe, I don't think there's any description. So I'll say that or it. I mean, you could say soulful, smooth, silky. I came up with all them adjectives. And the best one, if someone were to ask me, what would Donnell Alexander's talent mean to you? I would say that and it. Now you say, what am I talking about? Donnell Alexander, I saw him on Facebook, and his voice was unbelievable. Now I've been around, I know I've heard everybody, but he sounded like a Luther Vandross. So I thought he might have been, the video was like lip singing because he sounded just like him. And then he did a thing where he was like in an area, space area, where he sung a cappella, and I was blown away. And then, I made the point, I took the step to try to get in touch with him, see if he would come on my show. He told me to contact his business agent manager, Elva Mason, and we talked. She was a big fan of the Tavaz, which probably helped me get in the door, maybe. But they both agreed to come on. Well, he agreed to come on my show through his agent and manager, and he is a special talent. Uh, I don't know. Sometimes you get blessed, you know what I mean? But he'll be coming on April 25th, Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And folks, I'm telling you, again, just like as Joaquin was talking about character and being a good person and being humble, this guy has, I predict on this show, on record, he will be the very next R&B superstar. You heard it here. Right now, I've been, I almost like been stalking him, but I've been watching it, and he's been on a lot of radio shows. Not in the USA. He's based wherever he's based, but the networks that I have him on are worldwide, and every time he comes on, he gets the most hits or the most views or the most. He's just a phenomenal singer, and I'm honored and blessed to have him come on. He'll be on April 25th. I'm going to be promoting him, very soon as well. And he's just a great person, and you guys are going to be in for a treat. Again, I want to thank Joaquin for coming on. I've been trying to get in hold of him for a while, but things happen. He's a very busy man, so I wasn't able to get in touch with him. It's been a minute. Sometimes guests, they got lives to live, and sometimes people have it, take time out of their day, and then of course with my way, sometimes my technical lack thereof, gets in the way sometimes as well. But we're getting better with that. I got a great producer, Key Williams, and the network. They put up with my nonsense sometimes. But again, I'm going to end it right now. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I want to thank Joaquin because he is a very special person as well, and he's doing some big things. The way he just talked about, I play with the Tavaz. I'm like, what? That is an accomplishment that is phenomenal. And then his dad played with drummer for the Tavaz as well. So that's a great family unit. It's just a great family to begin with, and I'm honored to call them my friends. And that's the great thing about doing this podcast, because not only do I do my thing in the community and recognizing people in the community, I get to do the same thing on this show. And I'm so happy to be able to do that, and I look forward to coming on the show. I don't like talking too much, but anyway, I look forward to coming on the show, and I'm working on my next week's guest, the 18th. I'm gonna let you guys know, not right now, but I think he'll be coming on next Friday, and we're gonna get to the thick of things about old school basketball as well. And tomorrow night, you guys got to tune in. Please tune in to the Courtside View. It's a entertaining show. I will not be there, unfortunately. But you got Koo McCain, you got Key Williams, you got Coach Dante, you got Chris Robinson. These guys are very knowledgeable about basketball, and they get into it. Let's put it that way. It's very entertaining, I'll say the least. But they're very knowledgeable. They know their stuff. I learn a lot being on the show with them as well. So if you guys could tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's called the Courtside View. Again, all you got to do is just download Sports Wave Network Courtside View, and I guarantee you will be entertained. The show begins at 9 o'clock. They do all NBA, and they're great. They're great. And so, with that being said, I think I've spoken enough. Again, I want to thank Joaquin Santos for coming on my show. It was fun. It was interesting. I wanted the viewers to get a side of him that maybe people don't even know, or and with him being such a good person, that's one of the most important things. And I try to have people come on who can make an impact. And of course, as he stated, him being a teacher, how he wants his students to grow and be respectful and be courteous and show great character, and gets no better than Joaquin or his dad. So with that being said, I will see you definitely next Friday at 6 p.m. on Sports Wave Network and Roku TV. Again, I am your host, The Conn Man. Thank you for tuning in to my show, Sports Corner with The Conn Man. I will see you next Friday. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Stay safe. God bless you.